Hey everybody, it's Lance with Love to Hate here on site at Gen Con 2024 in Indianapolis, Indiana, here in the hotel, fixing to do an unboxing of HiFi from Smirk Dagger Games. All right, so this is HiFi from designer Andre Taruya, and this is a game that I received from Kurt from Smirk Dagger Games. So I want to give Kurt a shout out and tell him thank you for sending me home with a copy of this one. Now this is a brand new game. This is their new release that isn't even readily available. It's something that they released here at Gen Con, and this is a game about the Meeples, a band. This is a 60-minute game for 2 to 4 players. Spin it, play 4 cards. This is going to be a game in which you are making record labels, and so as you can see here, it's got the record on the front cover of the box. So let's take a look at the back cover of the box here, and it says, HiFi, the Meeples are back. The Meeples are back. In 1974, the internationally renowned band, the Meeples, stunned the world by breaking up during the recording of their highly anticipated album, HiFi. Only the A side of the album was ever released, but now the Meeples have reunited, and you are the producers charged with recording the B side of this long-awaited masterpiece. So get into the studio and strategically place audio cards on the song tracks to earn points, achieve objectives, and gain bonus actions. Tactics can turn on the fly as opponents remix the board for their own goals, leaving you to rethink your strategy. In the end, whoever accumulates the most points will be hailed as the greatest producer in music history. 1, rotate the record to choose your action. So yes, you do actually rotate the record. The box becomes a record player. I'll show you that here in just a minute. 2, place the audio cards to score prestige points, get bonus actions, and fulfill objectives. Manage production and equalize to maximize your score. Again, 45 to 60 minutes, 2 to 4 players, ages 14 and up. So let's crack this open. Okay, there we go. We finally got it all the way off. And so I do want to point out that this is a box sleeve here on the box, as you have to pull the sleeve off here to get this to come off, and you're left with the box that looks like a record player. And I'll show you here on the back side of the box here that it's got the L and R left and right with the headphone toggle here and the power cable insert right there. The sides of the box look again like a record player with the logo there, HiFi, on it. Let's go ahead and crack this open so that you can see the rule book. Now the rule book is one of the coolest things with this game because it looks like a Rolling Stones magazine. Rule book, why the Meeples reunited, the B-side story, and so yeah, this is one of the coolest rule books I think I've ever seen. First got to see this last year at a convention, I believe it was PAX, and Kurt showed me and Sam this game and how it works, and so this has been on our radar for quite a while. Now there is this this article here about who the Meeples are, and you can read all of this. This is flavor text, and so it just tells you about who the Meeples are, the band. Obviously, you know, they're playing off of the Beatles, the Meeples, but there you go, that's pretty cool. And so let's take a look at what's in the box actually. So this is gonna be the board if I'm not mistaken, and we're gonna unfold this and show you that this is where you're going to be taking all of your actions throughout the course of the game, trying to play the right cards and move the right switches and get the most points throughout the course of the game. And so this is where a lot of the gameplay is going to be on. But then we've got, here's another side of the board here. But then let's take a look at the turntable here, and then there's probably going to be a record that sits in this that I'll find here in just a minute. Here it is right here. This is our record, and man, this is intense. The setup for this is going to be magnificent. Trying to get that little doodad poked out there. Yeah, like this record is going to sit right here and we're gonna spin it, and your actions are going to be these different little nodules that are on the record here, and it tells you what you're going to be getting for your turn. As you can see, there's a lot of things to punch out, but what I'm most interested in is the actual record player. So I wanna show you guys that. If we can get that punched out here, and another little doodad that we got to poke out in the middle. Anyhow, I'm going to put this together off frame because I think there's a little bit of assembly to show you how it works in the gameplay. But as you can see, it's got some really cool components. So I'll do that and show it to you before the end of this video. But I do want to show you that there are other components here, lots of little punch outs that you will be using on the board, and another board here. Very thematic game. Everything about it fits with the theme, and so just awesome idea for this to be a game. So there are going to be these little plastic spinny inserts that you're going to be able to put in the record player, if I'm not mistaken, to kind of keep everything together so that it doesn't just fall apart. A little baggie for your cards, and we'll go ahead and open up the cards so you can take a look at some of those. All right, here we go. And these are going to be cards that you are going to be playing on that soundboard to, I think this is kind of like a pattern matching game or pattern building game. And the way you build your patterns, obviously this has got a musical soundtrack kind of sound production theme to it. So there's some technical things about the game that fit with the theme, and if you're somebody who's really into sound production and that sort of thing, then this is going to be your jam. This is, you see what I did there? Your jam. This is going to be something that really fits with you, and you'll just, I have a good thought that everybody is, that those kind of people are going to really love this game. And as you can see, it's got, you know, the sound waves and that sort of thing, and so you're really trying to play into that, making these patterns with the sound waves to get the most points. Obviously, I'm not 100% sure how the game works entirely. I've just seen it explained a little bit at the booth here at Gen Con as well as back at PAX, and so a little bit more to figure out about how this game exactly works. But anyhow, I think these are maybe the different player colors in the game. And as you can see, you know, you're going to get different actions on the cards too, different instruments. That's what these are. These are different instruments. So you've got your guitar, and as you can see, you know, we've got the drums and we've got the vocals. So there you go. And then this is going to be maybe the producers or something. I'm not sure. Got to figure everything out here, but as you can see, there's lots of different cards. Now, I'm going to put together that record player so you can see what it looks like as it's set up for the gameplay, because it does use the different boxes here. So give me just 1 second and we'll get that set up. All right, so here it is. I've got the record player here set up, the turntable, and as you can see, you can move this around, and you move the needle as well, and you're going to be pointing at whatever actions you're going to want to be doing for that particular turn. And as you can see, it sits here in the box, uses all the components. And as you can see, you know, it's got the, like I told you, the different plugins here, but then I did not show you this earlier. The underside of the box cover is a speaker, and so as you put the turntable into the box like that, as you can see, it kind of looks like a speaker over here. So it's got a really nice table presence out on the table, as you can kind of, you know, scratch the record and put the needle where you need it to be able to pick the actions that you want for your turn. So that's what we got here with HiFi. I think this is going to be a really special game, big hit. Like I said, it just released here at Gen Con and wanted to get the word out there on this particular game. The game is HiFi. It is from Smirk and Dagger Games. Leave us some comments down below. Let us know what you think about this one and what you think about Smirk and Dagger Games. If you like this video, please hit the thumbs up, subscribe to the channel, and hit the bell icon to be notified of all of our great new content. I'm Lance, and this is Love to Hate, where we try to bridge the gap between gamers and non-gamers. We'll catch you next time.